Fountain TV. Please, as you come in, like and share the video, invite more people to join us. I'm just going to try and share the video now and let people know we are live for those who can't get a notification. So welcome everybody, welcome. Like and share please as you come in. Okay. Please say hello, say hi as you come in. Just try and share now. What's happening, guys? What's going on? Come in, like and share. Let's have another good conversation or discussion today. Hello, welcome. I can see two persons watching actually. Say hello, say hi. I know some people are silent watchers. So if you're one of those, hello. Welcome to Bella House, guys. Please share the video, invite more people to come. Let's have an interesting conversation today. It's going to be an interesting one. And bring all the men. Bring all the men into the Bella House, please. Bring all the men. This show is for them today. This is for the men. Hold on a minute. Who do we have there with us? Please say hello. Okay, I'm just going to tag a few persons. Hi. Just say hello. Let me know who's watching. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Juicy, I'm dressed in your color today. It's all blue today. It's blue for Juicy, my juiciest sis of all. See, this is for you, Juicy. Greener pasture. Oh my God, my most hustling sis. How are you doing today? Yes, Juicy, you're first in the house. How are you doing today, Greener pasture sisters? When I call all village people, they meet and come. Where are all the village people? Where's my Russian bomb? My Yogbiso, my sis Goretta, Auntie Titi, where are they? Yvette Mokom, peace person. Celeste, well, welcome, sister. Russian bomb! Hi, Russian bomb, my backbone. Welcome, Sister Lee. Welcome. Celeste, well, welcome, sis. Abella. I hope you all, my beautiful ladies, are doing good. Please grab all the men and bring them in here. We're summoning all the men today in the Bella House, into the Bella House. Okay. Let's see one more tag and then we can go. We can go. Now I'm going to post. Right. Flame Sean. Hi, Flame Sean. Welcome. General Overseer in the building. Oh my God. In fact, I'm honored to have you here, my very own overseer, the prophetess herself. Welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Bella house. How are you all doing today? What's trending? What's trending? I know Yule Duce is the new trend on social media. You know, we can't discuss this topic without actually. Kelly Makochi, Sisterly, welcome. Well on time. So we cannot continue without dropping our voice. I know I made a video about the Yule Duce thing, but I will pack some more time so I concentrate driving back home from work. All right, sis, drive safely, please. I beg you. We need you. Drive safely. You can always watch this afterwards. So yes, I know I made a video about the Yule Duce situation. Please like the video as you come in. I can see 9 people and 4 likes. Like as you come in, don't forget. So I made a video about the Yule Duce thing. And every day is a new development. Every single day is a new development about this whole situation. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I have my own opinion about the whole situation, and I'm sure a lot of you have yours as well. So if not me, that woman, I go marry second husband. Kelly Makochi, the radical sis of mine. Please like the video as you come in. So yeah, so I know he's gone out to put this post out that he's a real man. The real men take ownership and own up to their mess. You know, and I had to laugh when I read that message, or that post that he made, because I'm thinking, a real man, if you're a real man to start with, a real man would not double cross his wife the way he's done it. Okay. Not really juju. Not really juju general overseer. Real witchcraft in the first order. I've always said marriage should not be a business. Yeah, marriage should be a business contract, or people will listen. Exactly, overseer. That it's not normal, because every single day, he's posting on Instagram, on Facebook about how amazing his wife is. It's the best thing that ever happened to him. She's been there with him through thick and thin. He will not be who he is without the wife's support and all. She's a great mother and all this. And then for him to go out and get another wife. This is what I understand. And he's thinking, for him, he thinks coming out and accepting and marrying this woman, it's like making him a bigger person. Excuse me, that is just a mistake on top of another mistake. First of all, if you say your wife is number 1, why are you looking for a number 2? Because number 1 should be the best, right? You don't need to go looking for number 2. The thing it vexes me, like saying, and me seriously, some of these men, yeah, loyalty, some of them, 10% gone wrong. Yeah, because if she's your number 1, you can't go looking for a number 2, because trust me, whatever you think was not in number 1, you will find something that is not in number 2. And how many more women are you going to marry? Okay, and to think you feel you're a bigger person for owning up, that's crap. You can own up your mistake and look after the child from a distance. You don't necessarily have to bring in the side chick. And even the double mistake that you made as a man was going out to marry that woman without the knowledge of your wife, because we've seen the post. Exactly, the general. Exactly, number 3 on the way. And if switch it the other way around, if his wife would have done this, literally there would have been blackout on the internet. There would have been a blackout on the internet if his wife had done the same. They think, okay, yes, woman, why woman get to do so? Why woman get to do? Why man get to do so? It's the same thing. They're both married. They're committed to each other. So if he can do it, why can't she do it? Woman only ever been an abomination. So for me, he should clean his mess, look after the child from a distance, and don't bring a second wife. You don't need a second wife, because marriage to me is a conscious decision. Marriage is a conscious decision. It's not a decision that you make out of a mistake. It's not a decision that you're trying to like rectify a mistake, if you guys know what I mean. And that's what he's trying to do. So for me, he's not the bigger person, because that marriage wasn't meant to be. He's just correcting his mistake because he wants to clean the skeleton in his cupboard before people expose it, because apparently he wants to go in for the presidential election in 2023. So he better come clean before people start. You know, the girl was threatening in the background. And no side chick, then they know. Side chick wasn't joking at all. Side chick was like, you need to bring me public. Otherwise, presidential election, no ho. Presidential election will no hold without me coming out, you know. Thank you, JC. Tell them I have visa. Bring out my vuvuzela. Where my vuvuzela? welcome, Sister Lee. Welcome to the building. My one untouchable, unshakable, untraceable. You're very much welcome. So he can't be claiming that he's a big person. And one thing we also forget, why is no one talking about this Judy Austin girl? Why is no one talking about Judy Austin? Because she, if anything, we should be going after her. We should bring her to the front, put her, let her take the front seat, and we, the Women Association, we of the Women Association, bring her, as she's decided to be the president of the Side Chick Home Wrecking Association. Let's put her in front and ask her what's the color of your problem? What's the color of your problem, Judy Austin? Like, seriously. We can understand when sometimes married men go out and lie to people like, oh, I'm not married, I'm separated to my wife. Mama Alicia, welcome. General, you should have seen what Dora posted. Dora posted that Yule Duce should match fire. And I can only think, I mean, for somebody who doesn't have respect for family, who doesn't have respect for family union, I'm not surprised she made such a post. I'm not surprised at all. Most people who are supporting this are people who are willing and ready to wreck people's homes. People who are willing and ready to break the homes of couples. Watch it. And I'm just advising any single girl out there. You need to look out. If your boyfriend is commenting under Yule Duce's post and praising him, my sister, run. Run, especially if you're not ready for polygamy. Run, because that's already an indication that you're still a girlfriend and he's saying it and supporting this. It means you're likely to have it. Relax, yeah. Welcome, sis. Welcome in the building. So if I were you, I would just JJ and go. Okay? Because that's the disrespect is something that I cannot even comprehend. I can't even get my head around it. I hope you so. Oh, sis Dango Judith in the building. Welcome, sis. Welcome to the Bella house. Chubby. Welcome, Chubby. Big Mommy. Hi, Big Mommy. Welcome. Exactly. Who is Dora? I can never accept. Yeah, this is a problem. Please like the video. Like the video as you come in. Like the video. Big Mommy, you're not late. We haven't started today's topic. You're not late. We're just catching up on what's happening with this Yule Duce situation, with him bragging and saying he's a big man for owning up to his mess. I'm saying, no, you're not owning up to your mess, because you're making a mistake on top of a mistake. A mistake on top of another mistake by marrying this girl out of due to the circumstances. Okay, you're not marrying out of a conscious decision. You're not. So, Mr. No. Sunchild, welcome to the Bella house. Welcome. So that's the situation, and you can tell. Please like the video. I can see 22. Come on, guys. Come on, 22 in the house, and I can see just 10 likes. Just remember, you come out of the video, the live video, tap on the like, and you can go back straight into your live and watch it. If you go past and marry, no way. No, because I know what polygamy is like. Okay, I know what it is to be in a polygamous relationship. I've not been in a polygamous home, but my sister was in a polygamous marriage, and I have seen firsthand what that entails. Trust me, I know firsthand what it is to be in a polygamous marriage. It's not easy. It's doable, but it's not easy for your own sanity. If you're somebody, I know the world, life alone is so stressful. Don't go looking for your own stress. Don't go looking for your own stress. It's just too much. You know, it's very stressful. This whole polygamous situation, it's a topic, a whole topic on its own that I'm going to do on one of our shows. We can talk about it, and I will tell you guys firsthand the experience, the consequences of a polygamous relationship, what the impact it has on both families, and most especially on the kids. But that Judy girl get attacked defense here after all men like big things. Wahala for people where the day like. I don't understand. The sad truth is, Kelima coaching. Have you noticed that men, the side chick are always the ugly one? Big or no big? What is there? Is it the chest? Is it the hip? Because it's too big for me. If I'm a man, I'm not going to look that. I won't admire that. Sorry, I can't. It's very stressful, Ayobi. Some people don't understand. It's very, the toll it takes, especially on the kids. And I'm saying it, I'm saying from first-hand experience. I haven't lived in it, but I have my nieces. I have my nieces who have gone through it and they know what it is. My niece is right on the here. She's watching. She knows what I'm talking about. So it's going to be a whole topic on its own, so people can stop hailing this whole situation, especially if the wife was not ready for this, which I know from every indication, the post and all, she was not ready at all. It is the worst, Chubby. Chubby is the worst. It is the worst. You know what I'm talking about, okay? You know what I'm talking about. And people who haven't been into it are the ones cheering him on. Please like the video as you come in. Very stressful, sis. People don't understand. That's why his dad made the post to say, having the second wife doesn't make you a real man. You're just setting your generation up for failure, because trust me, it's so stressful. It's draining both the immediate and external family members. It's so chest and body system market. My coach, I don't understand though. That one is too big for me. It's too big for me. Too big. I can't. Look at how streamlined his wife is. Look how beautiful, and she's very down to earth, natural beauty. She doesn't have too much makeup on her. You know, the pack Mary Kay, like that, where they pack Mary Kay, she don't. It's a blue shrine house. Those people sit in their little cupboard in the blue shrine cabinet with 10,000 layers of Mary Kay on their faces. I refuse, Juicy. Exactly. Atkins Diamond says, love shared can never be equal. It can never be equal. This polygamous situation, when I'm going to talk about this topic, it will be hot. It will be hot. Yeah. Buru for us. Yeah. It's true, Celeste. I'm telling you, relax here. They will always surprise us. They will always surprise us. They will. They will. Despite everything, the loyalty. People say, oh, women, be loyal to your husbands. We are loyal to them, right? That's the price you pay for being loyal. That's the price you pay. You're rewarding your wife who has been so loyal and has sacrificed a lot by bringing in a second wife. Oh, this is your trophy. I bring you yambanya for being a good wife. Make I give you yambanya. I give you helping pan away. You go help wash your pots when you sweep house. This is your reward. Crazy. I don't understand it. I really don't. I really don't understand. So yes, guys, before we start, I see we have enough people. There's 18 people in the house. Please pump the likes, like. First of all, let me introduce you guys to Bridget Benjamin, Natural Remedy. For anybody who doesn't know, anyone who doesn't know Bridget Benjamin, Natural Remedy, then what are you looking for when you're searching for remedies for your menstrual problems, for your fibroid problems, for any issue which concerns fertility, any woman issue, even if you want to cleanse yourself in preparation for your pregnancy. Azimi team, welcome, darling. Azimi team, welcome. What are you waiting for? Bridget Benjamin Natural Remedy, BB Remedy, Natural Remedy has got you covered. It's going to stop you all the menstrual pain. It's going to balance your menstrual cycle. It's going to, all the blockages you may have through any tubes, it's going to make it really nice and settle for you, so you can have an easy conception if you want to, and it will ease off that pain. Some people struggle when they are having their period and they go all pale. This is to help you. Please contact her on Facebook, Bridget Benjamin. And she will get you, or you can get through to me and I would connect you to her so you can get your tea and natural remedy. She's having a promotion now for a multiple buy promotion. So please rush and get in touch. And then if you want to glow, if you really want to glow, try a Magic Skincare. Magic Skincare is one of the talked about products in 237. It speaks for itself. I mean, if you see the CEO of Magic Skincare, you've seen the product on its own. It's selling on its own. Try it out. Even tone blemishes, anything sunburn, no knuckles, natural for you, for people who want a nice and even skin tone. If you want to glow, see, Bella hasn't got any foundation on today. I don't put Mary Kay. Any man see me on Mary Kay? I don't get Mary Kay today. No Mary Kay. So if you want to glow and be like the queen of Magic Skincare, then contact Princess Tyra. Princess Tyra on Facebook. She's keeping it real 237 on YouTube, or you can come to me and I will connect you to her. So that's that. So yes, guys, as you all have seen, today's topic is another interesting one. This is actually a request from my own very own colleague, and I cannot say no to my colleague. Okay, I can't say no to my very own colleague if she says, is it Juicy? Just you're making me blush. So I can't say no to my very own colleague. It's not possible, okay? We work as a team, and if there's a topic she really needs us to talk and she feels like our community needs to hear this, then I'm going to step in and speak on it. Okay, it's a topic that's been trending very recently on social media between some of our vloggers, and so I need to come in and make sure we all understand this situation about who is a father and who is a dad. It's very important that we make this clear comparison so people can understand that there's a huge, huge difference between a dad and a father. Some people think, what? Those are the same, it's the same thing, right? Not really, okay? Not really. And that's why I put the title, what makes a real dad? What makes a real dad is what we're going to be looking at, okay? Remember, any boy, I put it, any boy or any man can become a father, but it takes a real man to be a dad. Remember, any boy or any man can become a father, but it takes a real man to be a dad. Okay, and I will tell you why. We'll come to that. Okay, first of all, remember, to bring a life as a whole to this world, into this world, is a huge responsibility. Huge. Kelly McCoach is radical in this business. To bring a child into this world is a huge, huge responsibility on its own. A huge responsibility. Okay, as a father, it's a huge responsibility. Or for any parent, it's a huge responsibility, and it warrants us to be there 110%. Okay, 110%. If you have to be called a dad, you have to be there 110%. Okay, it's not like you just have the baby, you just donate the sperms, like we call you guys. You guys are, some people, your sperm donors. You just drop it and you disappear. Okay, because I mean, sometimes when the baby is born, some fathers, they shy away from their responsibilities. Some of them run away completely from their responsibility. Some shy away and others vamoose totally. Okay, it's okay for men or father to go around boasting that I am a father to 6 boys or 4 girls or 3 healthy babies among your friends, and carrying your shoulders all around. The question is, are you a dad to those 6 or 3 or 4? It's the question you should be asking yourself. The question you should be asking yourself is, are you a dad to the 6 or the 4 or the 3 that you're walking around boasting about? Yeah, Juicy, absolutely. The father focuses on loving the child. Yeah. Exactly. Ayobi-san. Son child, welcome. You don't impregnate, you don't. Mommy CV man, she's the building. My mommy, my grandma mentor is right here. Mommy, welcome. Welcome to the Bella house, as always. So you don't just donate your sperms on day one and vamoose and expect to be called a dad. It doesn't work like that. That's why here in Europe, I don't know if it happens because I haven't had a baby in Africa, in the diaspora, they always advise dads when the baby is born. They advise the dad to have a skin-to-skin moment with your baby. A skin-to-skin moment with your baby. And why do they do so? They do so because they want you to bond, to have that connection with your child. And that's just, it's not for no reason. It's very important for a father and the baby to bond so they can start feeling that warmth, that protection from their father. And it's those little moments that gradually form the dad experience for that child. Oh, General Overseer. You're giving me goosebumps with that statement, darling. Goosebumps. You're a blessed woman. You've said it so many times in your shows. You're blessed. You're one lucky woman. You should count yourself one blessed lady. It's not easy. Not many people have that lucky star like you do. Oh no, Juicy. Oh, I don't want you to it's an emotional topic, yeah. It's an emotional topic. Even I'm getting emotional because I know what it feels like, for a child not to, know that they have that dad connection. So it's important because in diaspora, in Europe, in the Americas, everywhere in abroad, they expect the dad to have that one-to-one. Yes, as my super mommy CV. I'm sure a lot of women will draw inspiration from you as well. So they advise the fathers to have a skin-to-skin moment with your child. And that skin-to-skin moment is absolutely important. It's of absolute significance in the well-being of that child. Absolutely. Okay? Because they want you to have that bond, that daddy bond. There's no need for the mother to have that skin-to-skin because she's already carried the baby. She's incubated that baby for 9 months, or some people 9+. Okay? She's incubated that baby for 9+ months. And for some, they actually breastfeed the baby, and that's already another maternal bond that they have with the child. But for that, obviously, you haven't incubated the baby and you haven't got no breasts to breastfeed them. So you need that time, that special pulse-to-pulse connection to be able to bond with your child. Please like the video, guys. We need to bring all your brothers, your uncles, your daddies, bring them in. This is for them. Let's help our men to become better daddies, okay? Get the video out there, share it, guys. Like and share. I'm just going to read some few comments. I think they're very interesting comments there that I may have missed. I haven't had a chai yet, but I'm getting emotional right now. Oh, you see. Mommy CV said, I'm a very proud single mom. Yes, you are. You are, Mommy C. I see my beautiful baby Pearl. She's growing so beautifully in really nice and grounded looking baby. Kelly Makochi said, because at times I feel like if my mom that is very nice and loving, yet she was treated badly. Sad. Yeah, Mommy CV is doing a fantastic job. I love the fact I watched you and Princess Pearl doing like a book shopping. You went out to get some books for her. That was really beautiful to watch, Mommy CV. That was beautiful to watch. So yeah, so that's why it's absolutely important. You don't just feel like you can get somebody pregnant and you just disappear and you want to get the dad title. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it takes a lot for you to be called a dad. It takes a lot. There's much more that entails. Oh, that's good. Wow. Wow. That's very good for a man, Mommy CV. It's very good for a man to step in the shoes of a woman and a man at the same time. It doesn't happen very often, but that's good. Oh my God, Juicy. Don't give don't give my mother physics calculation now. She's going to she's going to start thinking about who is under that profile. Right. So now let's go straight in. So why do I say there's a difference? Let's go now straight into why I feel. Let's bring out those differences between a father and a dad. It's absolutely important that we make this difference very, very clear. Okay. I'm going to be reading it because I wrote it down. I really don't want to miss any single point. Please like the video as you come in. I really don't want to miss any single point. So I'll be reading each point and then we talk about it. Okay, so first of all, a father. Ivy Love, welcome, darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Bella House. A father, okay, think about it. The baby is already here. So a father observes their child or children while a dad engages. A father observes while a dad engages. What do I mean by that? When you say somebody's observing, it's almost like you're like a supervisor. You just sit and watch and allow them do what they want to do. That's you observing, keeping an eye on the child or children. That's what a father would do. And a dad would engage, means would get involved with what the kid or kids are actually doing or involved with. I'll give you an example. I always like to talk and cite examples because that way people can actually relate to it. I'll give you an example. You're at home with your children or your child. Okay, you're at home with your child and you're supposed to be looking after this child. And fair enough, you're at home, you're present as the father of this child, and the child is sitting down and you provide all the toys in the world for this child to play. And then you as the dad, you're on your phone, or the father, you're on your phone watching or streaming all the Premier League matches that are going on TV or on your phone, focusing on yourself and ignoring the baby or the child. So that's already taking away the opportunity to build the relationship or the bond of a dad with you and that child. So you've left that child to be on their own while you're just observing. Oh, do you want to drink your juice now? Oh, is it time for dinner? Oh, and it's almost like monotonous. Like an overseer, like field assistant watching over the employees. Okay, not engaging with a child. Or like, what are you doing? Play with them. Make them feel loved. Okay, make them know you're actually there for them. They're not just left to their demise. So that's one of the differences between a father and a dad. Why the dad is just sitting there and observing and playing on their phone and spending time maybe talking to their friend for hours. Some of them even forget the child is there and the child will even fall asleep and sleep on the floor or on the carpet. They're busy on their phone, watching TV, watching all the Premier League matches, and the child is left on their own. Erica Tavia, my beautiful sis, welcome to the Bella House, sis. Welcome. Whereas a dad knows that is precious time for him and the baby to engage together. What would you like to play? Would you like to play this game? Do you need any help playing this? What would you like to watch? Can we watch this movie together? That's what a dad would do in such moments. That's what a dad would do in such moments. So that's the first difference between a dad and a father. Okay, that's the first difference. The second difference between a father and a dad is that The father always, they easily get flustered. This now is when it comes to the teenage levels. Fathers easily get flustered by the behavior of their kids or child. They easily get flustered, like frustrated. Oh, I'm done. I've had enough. Okay. And they just walk away. But a real dad gets flustered. Okay. They get all the frustration. They're frustrated. Oh, the anguish of it all. Why is this child behaving the way they're behaving? Even though they're frustrated. Oh, Mama Lisa, it's okay that you can watch after. Even though they're flustered by the actions of their children or their child, they actually sit down and talk to them and find out ways in which they can work and get this child to behave in the manner in which they want them to behave, or understand why they do the things they do. Okay. You know, an example is when a father is one of those who, when the child is good, oh, that's the real son or daughter of the father or the dad. That's the real son of the dad. That's the real daughter of the dad. That's a father speaking right there. When it's bad, it's like, oh, that's the mother's child. That is from your mother's side. Who don't hear that talk? How many of you have heard that before? When it's a bad situation, oh, it's the mother's fault. It's the mother's child. But when it's good, oh, it's the father's boy or girl. Who has heard that before? Let me just read some of your comments. I see a lot of comments. Me, I need counseling because I end good relationships because of what happened to my mom. I just feel like I don't need a man because my mom suffered in her love life. Kelima Kochi says, your mom's story is not your story. Okay, that's the thing we always fail to understand as people or individuals. We capitalize on the experiences of others and block our way of experiencing life to the fullest. Okay, what your mom may have experienced has nothing to do with you because you were not in your mom's situation. So you have to lay the foundation of your own life, and you shouldn't accept. If anything, you want to change the story or the narrative. Okay, you don't want to be in the same situation as your mother. You have to give love a chance, because the man that you may fall in love with is not your dad or your mom's partner. Those are two completely different persons. They don't even know each other. They have different upbringings. Their values and principles in life will be different. They perceive the whole world differently from a different lens. So it's only fair that you give them an equal opportunity to get to love you and allow yourself to be loved, sis. Don't let your mom's experience stop you from doing that. And if you think counseling is a way forward, please, by all means, do that, because it's a good thing, because a lot of us Africans always shy away from counseling. We think it's a sign of weakness. No, sis, I'm very proud if anything you've mentioned it. If you think that's the way forward for you to move on and enjoy your life to the fullest, please seek the necessary counseling help. It will really do you some good. Okay. It can be hard watching our mothers go through certain pain in their life. However, we don't have to live in it, baby. Yeah, exactly. It can be hard, but God's intervention, it gets better. It does. That's what I'm saying, JC. Yeah. My own is I go send my daughter for Cameroon. Oh, baby, don't cease my husband love from... What? That's a lie, Erica Tabe. That's not possible. Can't be. Send her if that's the case. She needs to be punished. How dare she go after her mommy's man? Yeah. So so a father gets flustered when the child is struggling in life, and a dad wants to know why this child is behaving the way they are behaving. Okay. So situations like this, for example, you're at home, you're a well-organized mom, you're a well-organized father, the household is well-organized, you know, mom is very fashionable, clean, neat, and tidy. Father is the same, very strict, all about moral values and stuff, going to church and making sure you do your homework, your room is tidy, very neat, kept family. And then you have a beautiful baby. This baby grows and becomes a teenager. And this teenager is a complete opposite of all the family values. Because they've gone to school, they've interacted with other friends who have different, who are from different households, and they pick one or two behaviors that actually counteracts what they learn at home. And you realize this same child who used to go to church and help in church and do all these things and clean and tidy and nicely dressed, suddenly doesn't want to take a bath, doesn't want to clean their room, doesn't want to brush their teeth, looks unkempt, doesn't want to, dress up nicely, and you wonder why. And the father would literally just think, you know what, I've had enough of you, do what you want. But the dad will sit them down, speak with them, tell them why they expect them to be of a certain standard, and try to find out why they are actually being rebellious to the values of their household. That's what the real dad will do. Okay? Because all these conversations that you'll be having with the child would impact them until the day they die. The conversation you have with that child at the moment when you're flustered will have a huge positive impact in their life till the day they die. Because they can either heed to your advice, which most often it will be a struggle, but then in the end they would come to a realization. But sometimes they don't. But fair enough, you've done your bit as a dad. You've put them down, sat them down, spoken, and always tell them why certain things are done the way they're done, so they can understand the whys and hows. Okay, that's the difference between a dad and the father. Father runs away, is flustered or frustrated. Dad is flustered, but sticks in there and finds out why things are done the way they're done by their baby or their child or children. When I hear the word father, oh, Mommy CV, thank you. Yes, it's a touching topic, and we need to bring, that's why I said, let's bring all our brothers, our fathers, our daddies, our uncles, let them see this, share it so they can see it. Because this, especially to our African men, they do it without realizing it. They do it without knowing it. Okay, from the very first day your wife is in labor and you're in the bar. Some men, they receive the news that their wife has had a baby from a bar, from an off license. That's where they get the news. They dream them. They say, hey, your man don't born. Oh, I don't born. Okay, they come here, living from a bar to go. Whereas a real dad starts their work on the first day. They're in the labor room watching that baby pop out. That's what the real dad would do. That's what the real dad would do. When I hear the word father, I think about cold and distance. It's certainly the word I would use to describe a male parent who's not particularly involved in the child's life. Yes, exactly. That's what we are trying to clarify here, Juicy, my beloved sis. That's what we are trying to clarify in this show. Adjutant Chef. Welcome, Adjutant Chef. UC Space, welcome, sis. UC Space, my other YouTube sister. Please check out her page. Always uploading content, beautiful ones. Check her out. They don't even care. But I can also see using the word father to describe a distant authoritarian parent. Yep. That's the next point. Who shows up and instills discipline and work ethic, but drops the ball on love, which is key. That last sentence, Juicy, is key. It's key, because without those things you've put at the bottom there, that hard work, that child can be a loner in society someday, a loner, because they don't know how to express their feelings, or they don't even realize when people express feelings to them. It's very important. Okay, so the next difference between a father and, which is what Juicy just mentioned here, and a dad, is that a father talks at a child. A dad talks with a child. Father talks at, a dad talks with. And what do I mean by this? So you know how adults, especially all the African in African culture, where our fathers, they know that a child doesn't respond or talk back to their dad or their father. They don't talk, you can't answer back. You can't respond to your father when he's speaking. When he speaks, you're quiet. What your father says goes. There's no challenging, there's no questioning. That's what it is. We all know that's the situation. And that's always been the situation. Nobody tells you, your dad doesn't say it. Some dads do. But when you're growing up in an African household, it's automatic. It's instilled in you. You know it already. That when your father speaks, everywhere is quiet. You listen. Okay? But a dad holds a conversation with a child. A dad holds a conversation with a child and sees the child's own point of view. Because as adults, we can't be right at every single moment or every given time. We cannot be right. You can't say your point or no point. No, those kids are human beings. They're little creatures as well. Okay, the little creatures. Please subscribe to, oh, that's good. Thank you, Juicy. Thank you so much for putting. Please subscribe to UC Space's channel, guys. Please, let's support a sister. Thank you, Juicy. Thank you so much, sis. So a dad would engage in a conversation with the child, make the child feel, because when you engage as a dad, you engage in a conversation, you make the child to have a sense of belonging, a sense of respect, a sense of being loved. Okay, a sense of the belonging is very important. The child feels like they have a say as well. They feel like they're respected, they're seen when you're having a conversation with your child rather than having a monologue, like my sister Juicy said, an authoritarian dad, that person that it's there. You know, some of our fathers, you know, when they're coming back from work, the kids are running away from the house. You're sitting in the living room, your dad is coming back from work, you're running away into your room because you know what is coming. What's that telling us as a father, or if you're claiming you're a dad, what's that telling you? That your kids, oh, greener pasture, my sis is back. That's just telling you you have established an authoritarian relationship with your kids where they don't feel comfortable with you being around. There's a correlation between dad and terror. Father, terror. You know? And that's a situation because you haven't established that foundation of conversation or engaging in a conversation, discussion with the children. It's always that your father's voice, your father's voice, your father's voice. Let me read what Ayobi-son has put there. Or is Atkins Diamond? Oh, thanks Ayobi-son for subscribing to my Sis Space YouTube channel. This African picking them, especially for this diaspora, they question your rationality, you confront. Yeah, exactly, sis. Exactly. And this is the problem. We have to learn. And you can imagine how your husband, a greener pasture, if your husband, so see, my sis space is actually attesting to that. A lot of African fathers, they do that. They're coming home, the kids are running away, they disperse. They say, don't see juju, like a masquerade is coming, like a masquerade is arriving, so they disappear. That's very sad. That's sad. You should feel the excitement when your father is coming, your dad is coming home, the excitement. Oh, dad, papa, ele, yeah, yo. I mean, that's how you should feel. Not some terror coming down from the stairs. You can hear footsteps and immediately you're palpitating because your father is returning back from work or from the farm. Father role is very important, but if the father wants to be a runaway, I'll give it to all the single mothers doing the dual role. Yes, especially Mommy Sivin Mensch right here. Meanwhile, the word dad to me is full of love. It speaks to a stronger bond, laughter, silliness, affection, and good memories. Absolutely. Absolutely, my sis. Chubby has subscribed. Excellent. Well done. UC Space is saying anytime he comes home, everyone will disappear and go and hide. It's so sad. It's so sad. And for them, those kind of fathers, to them, it doesn't ring a bell. It's not, nothing is happening. To them, that's, yeah, I'm the man of the house. The hierarchical society in which they're coming from is like, yeah, authority is working. No, you're ruining your child. You're ruining your chances of bonding with your children because you've been talking at them, not with them. And they don't feel like they belong or they're being heard. Okay. They feel like they have no say. So they'll rather hide than be around you. So if you're that kind of a father, you want to think twice in the way in which you engage in a conversation with your children or with your kids. Mommy see image. God forbid he's alive. He's alive and well and kicking. He's alive and well and kicking. He's going nowhere. Love and kids well. Love and kids well, sis. Welcome. Hi, sis. I know you're very busy. That's my sister, my very own sis. Please check out her page as well. She has amazing family content. Check her out. Auntie Titi. My Auntie Titi in the building. Auntie Titi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's the kind of father and dad comparison we've had there. The one who talks at and the one who talks with the child. Now let's move to the next distinction between a father and a dad. Let's get to the next distinction between a father and a dad. This will be interesting. This will be so interesting. Right. So, a father makes promises while a dad commits to their promises. A father makes promises, but the dad commits. Let me see what my sis Erica Tabe is saying. What's my sis Erica Tabe saying? I think too, sometimes the father love of their children depends whether he loves the mother. Not sure 100%, but I think if a guy loves his wife, he will pour the same love to their kids. Yes, you cannot love a tree and hate the fruit. You know, it's a link. There's a link with that. You cannot love a tree and hate the fruits. Likewise, you cannot love the fruit and hate the tree. That's just as simple as that. You cannot love the tree and hate the fruit. Likewise, you cannot love the fruit and hate the tree. So yeah, so let's get back to one of the differences. So it's the father makes promises while dad, they commit. So the father can promise the child, oh, I'll be the best dad. I'll give you the best life in the world. I'll be the best father you will ever imagine. I'll be there and do all these things for you and this and that. The dad may not necessarily make those promises, but he commits to his responsibilities in making sure that they provide the best that life can offer for their child. The best. That's what the father would do. And when I say provide the best, when I say provide, a father is immediately thinking material provisions. No. There's more to providing the best for your child than just material things. And you have a lot of fathers who think their dads, they have the dad award because they provide everything material to their children. If they ask for iPhone, they give. If they ask for PS, whatever game they give. If they're asking for Xbox, they give. If they're asking for hoverboard, they give. If they want a car, we buy. And they think they're going to have the Dad of the Year award. No, that's not it. You are giving those things, but are you present, as in present? To make sure that that child is ready for the world to have the best life that they deserve to have. So you're saying you want to give them the best life in the world. No, because if you're not there tomorrow, what happens? What becomes of them? You know, that's the father thinking all about the material thing when it comes to providing for the kids. Whereas the dad is not just committed to providing those necessities, but he's committed in making sure that he embeds in those children the values that they will need to navigate life. Because even though you are there to give them the best, all you can do is equip the child for the world. So that even if you're there with or without you, dad, they can thrive. They can thrive. That's what a dad would do. My own Jesus, oh, Jesus go sweet. I love and kiss one. Granddad, he apologize. Please don't share her link. Oh God. Kalima Kochi, my own sperm donor in the name of Father. He knows I'm very stubborn regarding what he did to my mom. He said I can poison him one day, so he don't want to see trouble as if I cared to him. Which is a shame. That's what I'm saying. Which is a shame. So he's just gone there. He's had the baby with the woman, treated the woman not so nicely, and then transferred that same feeling to the child. I don't understand. And that's just because, Kelima Coach, you may have probably stood up for your mom and your dad thinks, oh, she's just as the same as their mother. She's just the same as the mother. That's exactly what your dad is doing. That's why I say, if you love the tree, you love the fruit. If you hate the tree, you're going to hate the fruit. And that's what he's doing, which is a big mistake, because he may live in regret. And that's why I'm doing this topic today, because some people are living in regret. And that's why this topic today is so important. I am so passionate about this topic. I want to hold my emotions because I want to talk really well about it just before the end of the show. Please like the video. Please, 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 as you come in, like the video. Thank you, Ayobi Song. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Health and Zumba. Welcome, sis. Health and Zumba. Juicy, Health and Zumba. Please, anybody who hasn't subscribed to Health and Zumba, please do so. Let's support my sis to also get to 1,000. Let's support her. Juicy, if you don't mind, sis, let's share her link as well for people to sub. Yeah, that's what I mean, Kelima Kochi. Your dad, I knew your dad would not want anything because he sees that you're standing up strong and standing for your mom, which is a good thing. Positivity all the way, Ayobi-san. Yes, Sister Lady, positivity all the way. I know you got my back. I know you. And thank you for the respect and the love. Thank you. So, like I said, the dad would want to equip the child not just with material things, but also with emotional, psychological, spiritual, and physical, the overall well-being of a child, so that even if they're not there someday, this child can thrive in society. Whereas fathers only make sure that, oh, if they want, some fathers are like, okay, daddy, can I have? Yeah, you can get. I'm not. Yeah, it's only yes, just to get rid of the child. They don't want them bugging them. They just want them to get rid of them, to go. Okay, that's the father for you. That's the father for you. Please, guys, subscribe to my sis Health and Zumba. She's very supportive. Very, very supportive. And then let's move to the next point. Next point. A father may be around, okay, A father may be around, but a dad wants to be around. I don't know if you guys can actually, you understand what I mean by this. So a father may be around, because we are almost coming drawing a conclusion to this show. A father may be around, but a dad wants to be around. That's a huge difference. Clear-cut difference between a father and a dad. So a father can be there, present but not present. Welcome, Mama Alicia. Welcome, my love. Welcome, darling. You made it just in the nick of time. So a father may be around. I missed you, darling. What do you say? We all miss you. But a dad wants to be around. You don't just feel like you can father a child and you expect. Hi, Blanche Ingram. Welcome, welcome, Blanche. My Blanche, my beautiful, beautiful sis in the building. Welcome, darling. She's another YouTuber. My very own young, fresh sis in the YouTube streets. So we need to support her as well. Positive all the way. We need to keep pushing positivity to make sure we get rid of negativity from our society or community. So please, guys, check Blanche Ingram TV for good content. Very nice content, Blanche. I actually like the one you did with the guys from the Middle East and their little, after their fasting stuff and they're having the meal together. Another characteristic of a father is genetically connected to the child, yet not parental. Exactly. That's what we're going, sis. Which I mean by a dad may be there and a father may be there, but a dad wants to be there. Somebody block the ass of that webcam chat. Somebody block it. Go advertise it somewhere. So when I say a father may be there and a dad wants to be there, so we're talking about the sperm donor. That's when it comes right here. That's where we come right here. A sperm donor, they're there, they've just donated and they're going around. They don't care if Ima, my very own sis, my blood, my love. Welcome, Bella. Just to say, most of these African fathers behave. Your comment has disappeared. Let me go right there. Just to say, most of these African fathers' behavior comes from an unconscious mind, because to them it's the best way they know how to show love. That is it's a vicious cycle from their own fathers, of course. And that's why we are here to correct those mistakes. And that's why we're having such conversations. We know that our fathers, it's almost like they grew up through this military way, okay, very rigid routines and at home. So that's all they knew. Not many African dads, our dads especially, are very affectionate, okay. But it's now for us to tell them, okay, that there's a different way of being a dad, and also for us now to correct it, to rectify the errors of our parents, so that our children don't have to hold a topic like this for us. Thank you so much, Sis Emma, for that beautiful contribution. Thank you so much. What happened to Ayobison? Kelly, baby, leave me. Oh, no be Nabella, just the confused, my already confused confusion. Juicy, what have I done? What have I done? Poor farmers for that matter, but the dad was too wild, but the child had no right to poison her. What? A child poisoned the parent? What Ayobison? I know a father who too harsh to the kids until they had to poison him. Oh my God, but the wife mistakenly ate same food and both died. Sometimes children need more love than harsh treatment. Yes, Ayobi. That's why we need to share this topic, this video to as many forums as possible, especially the ones that have men in it, so they can know that this. Oh, juicy. Oh, all right, sis. I get you now. You know, family is family now. Ayobi, so juicy. Ayobi already explained it to you. Well, my very own untouchable, unshakable already explained it. That's so sad that they had to poison their own dad, and sadly their mom fell victim to that as well. How sad. How sad. How sad. How sad. So you cannot, as a father, just feel like you want to donate your sperm and disappear. That's not, it doesn't make you the dad to that child. And then someone else steps in and raises your child, and that person now becomes the only dad that this child knows. And then suddenly, either because the person, maybe the dad, for some dad, they're there actually. Some dads are physical but absent. And there are others who just donate and they disappear. So there are two types of sperm donors we're talking about here. The ones who donate and they're present but doing nothing, not committed at all. And the ones who donate and disappear and actually refuse any paternity responsibility. And for some reason, if the wife, perhaps the second wife they've gone to, they've involved themselves with, cannot bear them a child, or they're about to die, suddenly it clicks in them, in their mind, that, oh, I have a child somewhere. It's about time I make peace. I get to my child because I'm going to die, or I can't have a child. So let me make peace with my child before I die. I say that's absolute rubbish. It's a total rubbish to me. Okay, because I don't understand how a dad would be living or in existence for 2 decades. A father will be in existence for 2 decades and have nothing to do with their child, and suddenly you appear from nowhere and say, I'm your dad, and that you love them. A dad loves the child. He shows them what love is all about. It's not just talking. You can't come out from the blue and tell your child, I'm your dad, I love you, please accept me back. It doesn't work like that. And then you also have people who sit, and chastise the child and the child's mother for saying, no, hold on, you need to stop. Where have you been all these years? You don't just sit in your blue Ngomba houses, closing curtains, and feel like you can chastise people because they are trying to protect their children or their son or their daughter. You can't do that. The woman, the son, has every right to refuse the sperm donor. He has every single right. Most beautiful welcome, sis. Peace person, welcome. That child has every right in the world to say, you're not my dad. You're just a donor. You've not been there for 2 decades and suddenly you want to be my dad. It doesn't work like that. Where have you been all these years? Is it because your wife cannot give you a child, you're second, a new wife? Or is it because you're dying, you feel like, oh, I need to make peace with myself? So I need to connect with my child, my son, my daughter? Cut me some slack. Give the child, and I'm even surprised that people are not realizing how serious the situation is, because you cannot just come out from nowhere after 20-something years and you say to somebody, I'm your father, I'm your dad. Hello, who are you? That's why I love the Europeans. I love the Europeans. I love them. I don't know if you guys watch these programs where they call Lost Family. Lost Family? Long Lost Family. That's it. That's a program here. Long Lost Family. Where people you know, some of them not by choice, but others, they abandon the children and then they suddenly appear and they want to claim fatherhood or daddyship. And the child is like, no, you stay right where you were. I've had a good life. I had a great life because the person who raised me, that's my dad. And that's so correct. Because being a dad doesn't mean you have to have a biological link to the child. You may have donated your sperms to the child, but you have not been a dad to that child for whatsoever, whenever or however. You have not committed. You say you love the child. Love goes a long way. To love somebody, you don't just say it. You don't just say you love somebody. Love is through action. The things you do make them know you love them. It make them know you love them. You can't just come out from nowhere. This child has been with the mother and some other person, and this person has raised this child without any discrimination. And this child, for all they know, that's their dad. That dad has been there when they were sick, when they did their first graduation in primary school, when they went to football, when they did sports, that dad was there to do the homework with them, and the dad was there to drop them off to school and pick them up. The dad was there when they were happy or when they were sad. That dad was there. The non-biological dad was there. You, the sperm donor, you were not there. So you can't now just come out from somewhere and want to claim ownership of a child after 2 decades. And then you see people sitting in their blue Ngomba curtains and saying, oh, curse be follow person, you'll be cursed if you don't acknowledge your father as your biological father as your father, you curse upon you. No curse upon the child. There can't be any curse on the child. Because this child, you, the father, has not been a dad. So nothing can happen to this child. Gone are those days where they used to fool us, trust me, that you say, oh, if you don't acknowledge your father as your dad, curse upon your generation. No curse upon your generation if you fail to fulfill your dadly responsibility. It doesn't work like that. Okay? No curse, and mommy CV, no curse at all. No curse. And I support the fact that the child wants nothing to do with you. I support the fact, because you're just coming to cause more pain for this child. It's more pain for the child because this child has known, can you imagine, they've known all their life that this is their dad. And they've been loved. They've known no other person but that person. And the disrespect that you would have to contact the child without the proper professional medium to inform the child that I'm your father, that's it. The more reason why the child can say, you stay right where you are. It's about time some of these African fathers understand their responsibility as a dad. Because most of them feel like they can just, father a child and run away and expect to come back and claim daddyship. Some of them, they want to come and claim daddyship when you've started working. That's when they want to come and eat money. You will see a father who has disappeared for years, and suddenly when the daughter is of age and wants to get married, they show their ugly head. I don't know how they call this game. There's a game that you have little things popping out, and you have to hit them. Such people, you need to knock them back to the hole where they're coming from. Hit their heads back. That's what we need to do. Knock, knock, knock. As they show their head, hit hard on it. Use the knocking thing. The stick that looks like the hammer that you beat your steak to roast. Use that to hammer it hard and make them disappear because they have not been there. It takes a lot to be a dad. And for somebody who has sacrificed all their life to look after your child, and they are the dad to that child, and that's who the son knows is their dad, or the daughter knows is their dad, you cannot replace them. You want to come when they are ready to get married, to come and take bride price. Where have you been? Where were you when that child became of puberty? When that child was actually seeing their period and needed somebody to buy them, purchase them sanitary towels? Where were you to teach that child how a man should treat a woman? Or where were you to treat that child or show them how a man should treat a lady. You're a runaway dad. So you can't be a role model to your child. If I were you, I'll be so ashamed to even show my head and say I'm your dad or your father. No, you're not. You're not. And you can't be. At what age? It takes a lot to be a dad. It takes years of hard work and commitment and dedication to be a dad, like I've said. You have to be present, and not just present physically, but you have to be present emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, physically. You have to be there with the child. You need to teach them. You need to build them, because that child that you come out to claim that is yours, they have been molded by somebody in their own way. And they're so happy, and they're lovely, lovely gentlemen, and they want to build their life, and you come from nowhere. Do you think that this child needs to restructure their mind and change their whole lifestyle because somebody has just appeared from nowhere and say it's their father? No, you're a sperm donor. That's what you are. You've just donated. You haven't been the dad. You're the father. You father the child, and you run away. You shied away from your responsibility. So you should, be ready to take the consequences if you're rejected. And I see no reason why anybody should chastise a child for saying, no, I'm happy where I am. I know who my dad is. I don't need any extra dad because I've known this person and my dad, and rightly so. We need to remember, like my sister Juicy said, a dad doesn't necessarily bring a biological connotation. It's somebody who saw you through and through from when you were born. Somebody who woke you up in the morning, kissed you good night, kissed you good morning, made you breakfast, bathe you, clothe you, make sure you were happy, carried you. That's a dad. Not somebody who ran away for decades and then appear and say, I'm your dad, hello. And you expect them to open their arms and say, welcome home, dad. No. That's not possible. It's not possible. So it's very important that people realize and differentiate these differences. So before you go saying and throwing curses to children that they are not actually recognizing their fathers as their dad, you need to ask yourself the question, ask the dad or the father, have they been a dad to that child? Because like I said, the dad is the bond that you create with the child. It's the bond that you create with the child. It's not just spitting the child or bring them into this world and vamoosing or shying away from your responsibility. It doesn't work like that. Getting my coach here. I go bring my pa. Make them peel ye birds at the fear because that man fi go mess in house, go keep person because Kelly my coach, you're crazy. I'm telling you this. That's our present. That's our leaders. That's lead by example for the children. Exactly, Juicy. And strive to become the example that the children strive to become. That's already with the kind words and hard truths. Yes, and necessary silence. Exactly. The necessary silence is very important because a dad would say yes when he should say no. That's a dad because he takes the feeling of the child into consideration. And like Juicy said, a dad has to be a role model. So are you coming to show this child that your son who you've abandoned for decades to say, oh, it's okay to impregnate a woman and disappear? The Barren Lesbian TV in the building. Welcome, sis. Is that what you're teaching your son? It's okay to disown paternity? Because you have to be a role model. I don't want to know that my dad disowned me when I was little. I really don't want to come. I can't even get my head around that. On what grounds? Like literally on what grounds? What can be your justification? What can be your justification as a father for abandoning your responsibility? Even if you don't want to be with the woman you've impregnated, at least be a dad. And one thing you need to understand, you don't have to be a dad, you don't necessarily have to be present physically 24/7 to be a dad. A dad, you can still be having your own family somewhere, but you're fully involved in the life of your child. So there can't be any excuse to say, because I have another family, I couldn't be a true dad to you. No. No, 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 no. Now, I can make a person will go give belly for a sister for some site or go follow a brother, because you guys don't tell them. You don't bring them and show them that I'm treating all as equal, because you are all my children. I'm a dad to all of you. When I go make a person will go sleep with a sister Sunday for carry bad luck. People have engaged themselves into acts of incest because of that, without knowing that they're siblings, because of reckless fathers. Fathers who donate and disappear. Fathers who donate and disappear. And then you have the nerve to want to insult the mother of the child who has gone through hell, who went through hell to raise this child on their own. And want to throw insult and curses. That can't work if you haven't performed your duty as a dad, or at least a father. You haven't even done it. You don't expect that to work. It can't affect the child. Practically impossible. Okay. I have a friend, let me see, I have a friend who dated two brothers. They didn't even know themselves. You see what I mean? Because their dad did not bring all the kids under the same roof and be a dad. He's just donated children somewhere and disappeared, shied away from his responsibility. And these kids have finally gone and they've dated the same girl. What sacrilege! What sacrilege! How sad. It's very important. It's so important that we, especially us, the African men, get involved. Get involved, not just as fathers, but as dads. By our actions. Let's commit into raising these children, to be, well-mannered children, to be their role models, not just disappear and appear and expect them. If you disappeared and there was no other male model to bring up this child, and you heard that this child was in incarceration or was being incarcerated, would you have contacted this child? I want to ask the question. If you heard that this child was a wayward child and had nothing to offer in life, I want to ask, would you contact the child? We only come when it's good or when it favors us. We don't think about the impact he has on the kids or on the child that we bring forth into this world. It's a huge responsibility, as I say. It's a huge responsibility. If you father a child, be ready to take up the responsibilities of a dad. Because if you're not ready, be prepared to be rejected. Be prepared to be rejected. Thank you, Treaty. Be prepared to be rejected. Let rejection not be a surprise to you. It's that African mentality. Oh, I'm your father. I'm your father. You have to recognize me as your father. No. And don't only come when it's time for bride price, because no, we will bring that uncle. The uncle will raise the daughter to stand in front and receive the bride price of the child, not you. And when that child is getting married, your son is getting married, it's the dad who has raised him that will take him up the altar and hand him over, getting him ready for his bride to arrive, not you. Not anybody. Doesn't matter if you're struggling to have another child, or you're living, or you're about to die. It doesn't matter, because if you were not in a very precarious situation, you will not be getting in touch to want to create another relationship with your child. So circumstances forced you to do so. If it were for the fact that something had happened, you would not be in touch. And that's just to say, that's what I say, a dad wants to be there. You want to be there. If you wanted to be there, you would have been there decades back. Not now. You're probably a little bit too late. Too late, Hewitt. Too late, Hewitt. Exactly, Azimi Team. You see, that's what Azimi Team is saying. I don't know, Azimi Team, if you're a lady or a man. Exactly what I did when I was getting married. So it's just telling me that Azimi Team is just attesting. My uncle stood for me. Exactly. Her uncle stood for. I don't know if he or she stood for them. Because that's the person they recognize as your dad. I'm a lady. So the uncle handed her over the joy. And how did that make you feel? Because to you, that's the person you could call your dad. That's it. Your uncle was your dad on your day. Some people will look at it and think it's an abomination. Ooh, picking or bringing uncle say me can give for Masai. Ooh, you cannot understand. You're not in that child's shoe. You're not wearing. You don't understand the bond that that uncle has built with that with my sister Azimi Tim there. You can't understand the bond that she's created with her uncle, and that's special. And it's about time African fathers begin to realize that kids are more educated now. They're finding their voice. They can challenge situations and they know their rights and they know what is best for them. Gone are those days where we are brainwashed to think Balok will follow you if you know your papa hand you for marriage. Balok will follow you if your uncle chop your bride price. No, Balok no go follow you, nothing. No. If they haven't fulfilled their responsibilities as that, nothing can happen to you. Even God in heaven knows. Nothing, they've been a father, they haven't been a dad. Now my repe be the true school where I get for go bed, even pens for cabin biscuit. It no be cabin biscuit. Hey, make I remember cabin biscuit. Cabin biscuit in the day, so yes, it's just normal fear. Sis Goretta, at least you met the end of the show. Well, Ashia, it's okay, sis. There's nothing there. Yes, it's brainwash, sis, Zimitin. It's brainwashing. They brainwash us to think that we have to look after them, even if they are being irresponsible to us. No, you have to be responsible for us to also accord you that same respect. Respect. That's why I said when you engage in your child. Another example, this one I mustn't forget. When a dad makes a mistake and accepts their mistake. Okay, a father will make a mistake and will hardly acknowledge the fact that they made a mistake. And that's that African mentality to say an adult can never be wrong. An adult can never be wrong. But no, gone are those days. Kids are challenging now. My sister Greener Pasture said the kids nowadays would ask you all the whys and hows until you can get a brain hemorrhage. And that's the generation of nowadays. That's the generation of nowadays. They're challenging those questions. They're challenging all those myths. All those myths that you are going to frustrate. Pa Columbia Crush, my own sis, welcome in the building, welcome. They're challenging all those sayings and bogus ideas that you get a curse if you don't look after your father, if they were not there for you. No, those things are all behind us as this generation is concerned. So if you're a father, you think you can shy away from responsibility and just appear out of the blue and expect your child to receive you with open arms, you may want to think again. I used to say my own papa story, so I don't even know whose side or how for start them. Start it, sis. Share with us so we can learn. Share with us so we can all learn. So it's very important that we know. And when the truth is, when as an adult, as a dad, when you own up to your own mistake, you're teaching your child humility and accountability. You're teaching that child humility and accountability. El Beauty, my beautiful sis in the building. Welcome, darling. You know, you're teaching them that it's okay to mess up, but it's also okay to correct the mistake. As an adult, a father will like, how dare you question me? Who runs this house? I run the house. I'm the man of the house. Okay, you don't question me. Don't question me, young man. You young man, you don't question me. You be quiet. When I speak, you be quiet. You listen. Okay, you this children of nowadays, that don't exist anymore. Kids are questioning because they want to know why they have to do things a certain way. And so if you allow them question and you give them the rationale behind everything that you're telling them, and they can understand, come to an understanding with you, they have more respect for you, and they will carry that same attitude into their own relationship. And they will always think that their dad nurtured them to be the responsible man or woman that they are. The credit will always go to their dad. But if you're that father who makes a mistake and you cannot own up to your mistake, forget it. You will be one of those that you're coming and the kids are running away. Or you ask them a question and they won't speak. Oluwade, welcome, sis. Only why my son they ask, are they like make a Joe leave him for pay? See, treaty. That's a simple truth. That's a simple truth. Kids nowadays, they ask those questions. And as parents, we have to be patient to respond and tell them why we ask them to do the things they do or not to do the things that they're doing. We have to. That's what a dad should do. Not getting flustered by it all. You have to accept your responsibility and commit to it. Don't shy away from it. And then when some other person performs that those responsibilities for you, you just appear out of the blue and want to take ownership. No. Even the highest Ngomba house, if you go there to want to throw curses to the child's mother or the child, it will not work. It will not work. Because you have failed in the first place to do your own, to actually play your own part as a dad, or at least as a father. Sis Goreta is saying, my own papa fear responsibility, so they show up na time where he say at the marry bush for like. You see what I was saying, Sis Goreta, you just came in time. That's what I said. I looking like Chris man enter a head. Like Chris, yeah, exactly. And if you were to say to him, and if you said to him, Sis Goreta, if he did that and you said to him, no, you're not getting involved in this situation, relative there was actually badly brought up Pekin. Who raised you? Who raised you? He did not raise you. See, that's why you behave the way you behave, because you chuck him out. Okay, and nothing will happen because he hasn't been a dad. He has shied away from his responsibility, and anyone can take money for chop. You're eating the money for what? Why do you want the money? When you haven't sacrificed in raising that child, you haven't nurtured them. Why are you taking the money? You're not a dad. You were a father. You were just present and not present in their lives. So why do you want to now come and claim ownership because she's getting married to a bushfaller? How shameful. And African men should know this. Okay, and please share this video. Get this to many men. If some man picking association, they share them. Share it there. All the manufacturer groups, share it there. All the back that share it. Many forums are possible so you can get to all the men. Juicy. I tell my 7-year-old, say, questioning a parent is not allowed. He tell me, say, mommy, don't be a narcissist. Greener pasture. You're a smart sister. What do you expect? You have to have smart offspring. So they will challenge you. There's no way you run away from that. They will challenge you. And we have to start to structuring our mind to know that we are almost like equal when it comes to expression of freedom of speech with our kids. They are free. They're humans. Those are tiny little human beings who also have emotions. and they want to understand. And don't forget, as they're growing, they have so many things playing in their mind. They don't have that clarity that we do as adults. So you have to help them. And so they're going to ask all those questions. My own asked my husband to come see him. My husband said that not possible. Auntie Titi, exactly. Come see him. And after that's what I'm saying, is the arrogance and the audacity of some of the fathers. They have not been, and when they hear you're getting married, they start sending like letters here and there, like, you need to come and see me, eh? I'm the father. No see that picking, that fine girl, me a bona. I gave birth to her. Na me a bonny. You want cancel na me a bonny if you know be there. Where have you been? She's the woman she is now because probably her mother single-handedly nurtured her. Where were you as a dad? You've suddenly appeared because you want a bride price paid to you. And the certain I say the mommy they don't even chop amo. Now the father will chop the bride price. They're the ones eating it while the mother has suffered single-handedly. My respect to all the single mothers. Mommy CV included, especially. Season corrector is saying it. Exactly. I ignored him till date. People don't get anything to tell me. People call him say Langaman. Yes. You see? And it's the same case that we're having on social media now, that somebody just appear from nowhere and wants to claim daddyship. No. It doesn't work. It cannot work. Please like the video as you come in, please. Like the video. It doesn't work. You have to have been involved in the life of the child and be a role model for them. They should see you engaged and involved in their day-to-day activities. That's what they want to see you do that. The phone has said my dad wasn't doing anything to me, but I love him, go past. Auntie Sylvie, some children are like that. You surely get characteristics for your papa. When I see papa where he know they take care for picking them at the vex. Because my father was the best. Oh, but die snatchy too early. My father hated boarding school because he want make me always fit. Wow, that's so sweet. May your dad continue to rest in peace. El Beauty. That's the kind of thing we want to hear. We want more men to be like your dad, to be that father. That is not just a father, but a dad as well. My father can never show his face at my marriage ground. He knows that he even says with his mom, that man no say, I be nightmare. Oh, Kelly Makochi. See again about him. Bad culture. When time for marriage reach, they push mommy for, yeah, they push the mother. It's the father who comes and enjoy, but the mother has had sleepless night and the father was nowhere to be found. Even when the child was born, the father was in his matango house drinking his mbu osha, and then they'll call him and say, oh, your daughter or son has been born, and they thought, oh, okay, adikamo, and that's when they rush into the hospital while the woman has been there screaming and shouting and tearing the bed sheets on her own. You know? Mama Alicia said, see, my father abandoned us when I was 2 years and my younger sister was 2 months, until the day my younger sister was getting married, that they went to pay her bride price and she traveled with him. Why? Why? This is a problem, Mama Alicia. Why? As in, why did they have to go and pay your sister's bride price to him when he abandoned you guys? And that's why this attitude keeps, going on for generations. If we start stopping it and telling them that you can't just be a donor and disappear. Because to me, Mama Lisa, your father is a sperm donor. He just donated you and your sister and disappeared. I don't know if your mom had another partner, because that to me would have been your dad, the person, if your mom was with a different person, or they would give it to your uncle because your dad has not been there at all. This is what really upsets me, that people think they can just appear from the blue and come and take daddy shit. Wow. Well done to your mom, Sis Goreta. Well done. I mean, also, the best way it gets sense. Papa then they try for abandon picking, come only when things are good. Yeah. If the child is a bad one, they will not come. Our African tradition is a problem, Auntie Titi. Yes, it is the problem, Auntie Titi. It's a tradition that we need to rectify. It's not right, to be honest with you. Those things need to be challenged. That's why we have topics like this, because they need to ask the father, as in, what role have you played in the child's life that you are entitled to the benefits that are actually coming after this person? They should be asking those questions. Even Bible talks, say, no food for a lazy man. Bible says it, no food for a lazy man. If you haven't worked, you don't earn. So I don't see why we can't challenge some of these traditions, to be honest with you. That's another topic we'll talk for another day. Tradition, evolution of our African custom and tradition. We'll talk about that. Yeah. So yes, guys, let's round up the topic. So it's very important. It's very, my plenty father, less children than they on that year. They like our papa, then be enter jangi. That's the trouble, that those are parents. That's what my sister Ima said. It was in those days, they grew up in this strict, rigid rule, and they feel they can pass it on to us. So no. So yes, guys, let's round up. So it's about time. Let our fathers know you cannot just be a sperm donor. You cannot just father a child and expect it to be accorded the title of a dad, because there's so much more to a title, to the title of a dad, than just fathering a child and bringing them into this world. You have to make sure you're committed in raising these children to be good and well-mannered citizen, okay, and not just drop them here and there and disappear and come after decades and want to claim ownership, or come after they become of age where they will get married and want to come and get the bride price. No, be a dad and not a father. Accept your responsibilities and commit to doing it, so that when your children grow, they can look up to you as a role model and do the same for their own generation. So then we don't have such topics like this again. So yes, so I think that's the roundup for our topic for today. I hope you all enjoyed the topic. I hope we have learned one or two things, because I have learned one or two, a few things from you all, reading your comments and seeing that there's so many similarities in what we're talking about today. It's very good, and it's about time that this word goes out so people know that just being at home as a father figure is not enough. You have to get involved in the life of a child. As a father, you need to bond with your kids at a younger age. That's why it's very important. Peace person, I spoke in the beginning about, in Europe or in the diaspora, they encourage the skin-to-skin contact between the father and the child, because they expect you guys to grow that bond that the mom already had with the child from when she incubated the baby for 9+ months. And so the dad didn't have the opportunity. So that's the time to bond. And if you don't start laying that foundation, you're only causing trouble for you, especially for this generation where we are challenging and questioning all and everything. Okay. So I really appreciate everybody. My heart defects. It's, hold on. As you bring this topic, my heart defects. It's like, make I go slap my pa. No, sis Goretta, don't, please. Thank you so much, Juicy. So I really hope everybody enjoyed the topic, and thank you all for sharing your experiences and sharing your thoughts. It's really been interesting to read and enjoy the engagement. So please, if you're a married man and you're watching me here, or you're a single man and you want to become a father someday, be prepared to be a dad and not just a father yourself. Let's make a change. Let's not be a runaway dad. Let's not be a sperm donor. Let's be a proper dad. Queen Sierra for life. We're just entering the house. Oh, sis, we are running out now. So thank you all so much. Thank you. I'm just going to give a shout out to all and everyone who actually made it here, to those I can still see. So sis Goretta, thank you so much. Kelly Makochi, Mommy CV Mensch, Juicy Scoop, my number one. Oh my God, Back Columbia Crush, Azimi team. Thank you, sis, for sharing your experience. L Beauty, my beautiful sis. Thank you so much. Treaty, thank you. Olua Day, I hear. Kelly Makochi, your place there, sis. Your contribution has been amazing. I've called my sis Goretta. Thank you so much. Greener Pasture, my ever working and supporting sis. Thank you. Ivan Lee, I see you. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate you. Mama Alicia, my love. Oh, thank you so much, darling. Thank you for making that. Miriam, oh, Mariam Issa was here. Please, guys, Juicy, Mariam Issa was here. Hi, Mariam. We need to go and support our sister Mariam Issa. Please, she's also a positive vlogger. We need to support her channel. Please check her out. Chubby, my sis Ima, thank you so much. I know I have so many silent watchers. Thank you. Thank you for watching in the background and supporting your sister. I really appreciate you. Ayobiso, my one and only sisters. The unshakable, pretty in the building. You're just coming in the nick of time. Thank you so much. Peace person, my very own sis in the quarter. Nia, Muma, Nia, I got them. Thank you so much. Auntie Titi, my auntie for life. Thank you. Am I missing anybody? Great topic, Bella. Enjoyed every bit. Thank you, my sis, my very own blood, Ima. Health and Zumba. Oh, my sis. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. I really appreciate it. Made us learn more. Thank you, Ayobi. I appreciate it. I appreciate. We're just entering the house. Queen Tiara for life. I know, darling. Don't worry. Catch up if you can. Ivan Lee, thank you so much. Thank you. Chubby, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all so much for coming. So I will meet you all again next Friday by God's grace. We're going to have another El Beauty. Mama, Mia, go. Thank you too. Thank you. Greener pasture says, don't go shaking me, Ayobiso. Ayobiso is feeling sorry for me. Push Allah Ayobiso for me now. I'm begging. Hey, mama, I'm begging, sis. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, gents. Thank you all much. Please share this video. Let's reach out to as many people. Peace person. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you all. Thank you. Mia Nemo, Miyago. Thank you all. I wish you all a very happy weekend. I'm sure I'll see you all tomorrow at Moby Breeze show. And thank you all so much. Keep the word going. Let's make a change. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Bye.